Okay, welcome back to another episode of GTNH. How's everybody doing? Hey, Killer, what's going on? Killer, quit getting all those parts. I see you in the chat, even though I don't talk much in the chat. I see it. I'm gonna have to start implementing a clan tax. I would never. I'm joking. No. You're actually getting me convinced to start raising up my alts because I have enough alts also to do stuff like that, but man, it takes up a lot of time. And GTNH is a thing. I'm trying to get this completed. But maybe when I complete it, maybe I'll start spamming bandits just to flex on them. I don't know. Anyways, so what we did last episode, let's get into the actual fun stuff. We set up the space elevator. We got it connected and everything, as well as all the 5 quantum computers, 4 of them for researching, and then 1 for the mining modules in the space elevator itself. I have to move my chat boxes because that also got moved around so I can look at chat a little easier. No worries. The funny thing about it is that the clan bank, like the clan fees that you owe, is also Alcatraz's because he's the one that gave a lot of the money to the clan in the first place. So he still owns you, in other words. It just worked out like that. But anyways, so yeah, we have the space elevator going. We have a mining module Mark III that sweeps through a big range. I might have to fix that at some point. And then we have Space Assembler Mark II. And towards the end of the last episode, we were talking about getting the DTPF ready, at least another one. And I gotta say, that totally finished. So I have the controller. I have a bunch of casings, the dimensional bridges, and I have 2,000 hypogen coils. Now, it's not enough for a full DTPF by itself, but that's if we're not wall sharing. And because we're wall sharing, I should be able to set up a second one. And that's the kind of trend I'm going to keep going for the next couple of episodes, to have at least 2x2. But the good thing is that we know I can craft an entire DTPF in one day, which is pretty impressive because before it was taking me like a week. Like whenever I started going into this project, it took me a week to build the first one. And now it takes me a day. So at least at the end of each episode, I'm going to craft another one because we really need the hypogen production, especially. We need this to be produced because it's very slow. So I'm trying to future-proof a 2x2 spot for it. So I think I'm just going to move the one we have right there, move it over here. And then the other one, I'll put it behind it or so. I think that's what I want to start off with. And then I should have the space to move another one to the left over here, and then one over here. Don't tell me that because I will. No, I was just talking about that. We just proved I can make a DTPF in one day, at least one a day. So I totally have one ready, another one. What's not immediately ready is all the connections I'm gonna do to it, and I'm honestly not really sure what I'm thinking. How do I connect them all together? It's gonna have to be a bunch of subnets, right? That's really the only thing I can think of. And I think I want to connect like all 4 of them, for example. Let's say I have a master spot for the interfaces, and then they all pull from the same one. Proxies is another option. I think we have access to this now, but again, we go back to that issue of easiest way is when you can place LSCs and download power locally for a set of machines. I'm not really concerned about the power. I really mean the connecting all the buses and inputs and outputs. I think for power, I'm just gonna spam more of these guys. But that's a good point too, actually. We did research the UEV capacitor, so We're actually pretty close to making it. It's just a couple of more, well, really one recipe and buffers I have to fix. I still have to fix biocatalyst medium. I still haven't fixed this. I mean, it's not really broken. It's just slower than this expects. So, but that's a thick craft. First step is getting those DTPFs in though. So one thing I'm a little nervous about is placing down or like moving it, and then it just runs out of power, and then I don't have a way to produce all the stuff that I need from it. So what I will do is prepare a bunch of things before I do that. So like I need a bunch of laser vacuum pipes, active transformer. Gonna need another one. But that's what people do. They use a download. Okay. I see. So technically, once you have a really big supercapacitor, people use those as transformers. I could see that totally working. You just put a LSC down, but that's like it's a little bit pricey though, because the UHV capacitors are a little expensive. It's something to think about though. So, where's the power guy gonna be? Once your power's in wireless at your center. Okay. I got you. Trying to think about this here. For sure, I'm gonna want a bunch of stocking inputs advanced. Just make a bunch of U and a bunch of U. So how do I wall share this? What is wall shared? Is it everything to the... Because it looks like it's a mirrored structure up until everything. So it's like everything past here shared? Because that really makes like wall sharing super cheap for these guys, if that's the case. And it looks like that's true. Or is it only like right here that's shared? Trying to see here. I feel like it's like right here because of these little things. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna want to move it first, which I think I'll just do that right now. Oh, what I do need is to have enough for the 65Ks. I just need one of each. And a bunch of the 1024s. This is what I'm using to power. I have a lot of them and I don't know why. Why do I have so many? No idea. Let me go ahead. I don't need that many. I just need two. Yeah, I guess the first step is just moving it over. So nothing's using the DTPF. Go ahead and break it. The whatever connection, right? Oh, I probably shouldn't do that because they're all connected to buses. It's gonna lag something fierce. No? Okay. I won't complain. Alright, let's go ahead and move it. First one is going to be easy enough to move. Because I don't have to figure out the wall sharing stuff right yet. Like, not yet. That's what that open space is there for. It's just marking out the very first one. And this one is going to go right here. Double check that I actually set the bounding box correctly. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. This thing costs, it's 27,000 blocks. And then all of the goodies right here, well, we'll figure it out. But there we go. All right, the guy's running fine. And then we got to figure out where the next one is going to go. And I got to tell you, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. It's tier 13, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, where's this guy going to go? I'm pretty sure it's up to here because I don't see it sharing right over here, maybe? No, it probably could, honestly. Let me just place it down first and then we can always move it. And this is 1, 2, 3 blocks up. If I try to place it like this, is it going to have any problems? Oh, this thing's laggy. So I think I want to balance it around here. So maybe it's literally just one block this way, right? Did I get it right? Like right here? Or does it wall share even further? No, it has to wall share with this, right? Is that right? So it's only going to save basically this group of coils right here. Because I don't think I can push this thing even further in. No, because the corner here is going to get in the way. So it is like this, right? Or can I push it even further in? I'm trying to see here. Why wouldn't I be able to push it in a couple more blocks in? So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 6 block right here. I'm just curious. I don't think I can, though. No, it's going to cause a bunch of problems here, I think. Yeah, right here is going to cause problems. Okay. So we move it back 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So believe it's like that. We have to wash it, right? One way to find out. It's going to be cursed if it doesn't, like, form. Let's try it. This thing has too many blocks for its own good. Yeah, I'm centered, right? It's still okay. This looks pretty cool, actually. Okay. Says it's completed, but incomplete structure probably because you're missing the maintenance hatch, things like that. So we'll figure out where I want to put the maintenance hatch. I can also put things up top, right? Like any of these casings, it would work. Yeah, any of those casings up top would work. So where's an inconspicuous spot for a, oh, not that, a maintenance hatch. Guess we'll put it right there at the front. Do you even need a maintenance hatch? It says you do, but does it? It doesn't say it really needs one. Yeah, this looks cursed. This is funny, actually. It's changing. It's replaced this middle part with qubit. All of this with qubit as well. I'm a little curious about it because this one says it's formed, but if I break the maintenance hatch and then put a injection casing in there, does it form again? Okay, so it does not need the maintenance hatch. And I guess it's struggling because it doesn't have an energy hatch. Yeah, it requires an energy hatch, so we're going to give it one of those 1024 targets. Let's go ahead and clear out the entire bottom so it's easier for me to work with. Replace with air, select you. Okay. Oh, did you get the Stargate? Yo. How do you feel about that? What's next for Mr. Extreme here? You feel like you're done? I feel like that's like it's got to be like a huge eye opener. Like, what do you do next? I'm gonna go ahead and just delete everything. We're gonna start the setup from scratch because I think I prefer it like that, so it's a little easier for me to understand. I feel like that's what it's gonna boil down to for everybody. You're so close to the end for something you've been working on for a while, probably, that you just want to finish it up and like you stay up extra, trying to get to that point. I know it's gonna happen here too. Oh, they're all different colors. It's gonna get annoying. Okay. You would say that UXV was the most taxing. I bet. UXV is what the tier. What's the last one actually? One of the last ones. Right, let's get the power here first. Oh yeah. I broke the one thing that's connected to a bus and it breaks all my entire server for a couple seconds. It's funny. Yeah, I feel like I really think that they should take a look at those buses or the hubs because it doesn't like it when you break something connected to them. Probably has to rebuild all of AE2 or something. I feel like that's usually the case for whenever things break like that. So I'm going to replace this with a 65K source. And then move another transformer all the way over here. Are you not centered? Not centered. That's fine. I can move it by 1 block. It's okay. No one's going to notice a difference. Now it's centered. All right. And then I'm going to have the other transformer over here. Right here. Yes. So how many DTPFs did you end up with? Asking for a friend. This guy, we can plug it in right there in the middle. 65K, we put target hatch right here. Right there. And then we have 1024, 64. You told me what, 200 DTPFs? You're just saying that from like past experience, right? You're gonna need more, or I'm gonna need more. Laser source hatch, target hatch, yes. And then this one would go over there. Yeah, sure. Like that. Cables go to you. Target hatch 64. And UHV. There we go. There. Purple. And there we go. And then one more. You're going to go all the way over here. Plug you in one before. Mirror. Right there. Okay. As long as we have a connection to it, I can replace the power, the amount of power we send to it. I just want the connections there. Okay. Next up is actually getting this stuff connected. It's a good question. So I'm going to have a bunch of subnets, I think, that control all of the fun DTPF shenanigans. So there's going to be multiple subnets. One of them is going to be, well, let's just make it first. Hopefully I can actually make a couple of these without it breaking. It looks like I can. So how many subnets do I want? I want one to deal with recipe collection. And then a couple more to deal with sending recipes over through colored hatches. And I had 3 of them, and then 1 recipe collection. So let's say 4. I can totally craft it without the DTPF, that's good. Okay, and then go ahead and break all of you. I'm gonna restart from scratch, I think. Oh, patterns. I'll leave this over here for now. Okay. So controller, I plan to have 4 of them. So let's go ahead and connect them over, right? And then a bus, gonna need corresponding, not bus, I keep calling them buses, they're hubs. Yeah, 1 for each. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my little subnets. I can easily expand it if I need more connections, but we'll stick with that for now. Each one will have their own hub. And go ahead and paint them a different color. So let's do a white, orange, magenta, and light blue. Okay. Now, one of them is going to deal with recipe collection. So for me to do that, I just need a storage bus. And then let's see here. I'm also going to need another wireless connector. This is the one that connects to the main network, but I'll do that right now. So collection, I guess I'll do that on the white color here. So I need a storage bus and a fluid storage bus and a dual interface. Okay, so I can just, I guess, connect it like this. So fluid storage bus, dual interface, and then a storage bus. So all of the outputs are going to be connected to this, which connects to our main network. And that's how we get all the items back. This is going to be all white. And that's pretty much it. I just have to connect all the output buses to this, and we're good to go. That's like literally it. The next step is I'm gonna need a bunch of dual interfaces here. Is the one to send the items into each of the 3 different plasmas that I want. So I'm still a little like curious about it. Because you can only fit so many different catalysts in here. Or different like buses. I'm trying to think here. Because I was thinking of having a bunch of like hatches separated by color. So if I try to put whatever recipe, it'll have a different hatch and so on. Or a different catalyst, but at some point I'm going to have to do things with stellar catalyst. And at that point it seems like there's too many buses. Oh, no. I think we're fine if we're allowed to share because, yeah, we totally have space to share. To share buses, yeah, so I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. So we'll go ahead and call this one put it right there, and then have a double interface right here. And the same for all the others. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the others too. So this one is prosaic. Like that. And then this one over here is my exotic, which I don't think I really had a recipe in there, right? But at some point I will. Okay. And then I'm going to need a drive on each one. So this one has all of those fluids and stuff in there already. And then rinse and repeat. This one had nothing in there, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. All right. And then we paint them the correct color. So this is going to be light blue. This one is magenta. And this one is poopy brown. Orange? Oh, it's orange, not brown. Sorry. Where's brown? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, it's not poopy brown. You're lucky. Okay. And then we would just connect to the hubs to interface with to all the stuff we need. So let's go ahead and get the wireless connector in. So put it right over here. And then the corresponding one on the controller. Queuing mode activated. Yes. I'm not too comfortable with using hubs if I know I'm going to be moving it around, so guess I won't. So we'll do that. But it'll be a lot more channel efficient if I did. I recognize that. And let me connect it to then some black. Right there. Tell this one to hide. And then a bunch of black cables. And there we go. So do I need to worry about like blocking cards? I don't remember if I did. It didn't seem like it, so I'm not going to worry about it. But if we see any conflicts, then yeah, I may have to adjust the blocking card stuff. Let me take a drink of water. And I just thought of something. If you had the energy hatch now, is this... Yeah, it's built. Okay, that's totally where they are allowed to wash here. So I think here, all of this stuff in the middle, it's all shared between both of them. And maybe even a couple of blocks, but I'm going to assume just the middle. So if I break this block here, if they both get unbuilt, then that tells me that's shared. That's unbuilt. Okay, yes. So I'm going to assume everything in the middle column here is a fair game for us to wash here. And I can totally plug in a bunch of stuff here, so it's going to be real nice. So for example, yeah, okay. So for example, I need to get stocking input. Advanced stocking is put all the colored ones, and advanced hatch. So I would put one here and a hatch there. This one and this one. So we can say the colored white is right here, and then orange for these, and then I go ahead and do the same over here. I mean, there's only 3 recipes, so I can probably cram them down there, honestly. Which I think I'm going to do. Just put them all in the same space so it's easier to look at. It's going to look a little cursed, though. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Like that. And then this one is going to be colored magenta. So I think this one actually needs to be light blue instead. Yeah, because white is connected to the output. Speaking of which, I can probably just put the outputs like right there, right? Everything can fit right here. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's configure this so I can cram everything in one space. I'll put the you right there, you right there, you right there, you right there. Orange, orange, orange. You glad that I'm gonna do this? No, I'm joking. Sorry. Output bus. We use 33 million and an output hatch. So the outputs will be right there. Okay. And these guys, go ahead and color those white. If I'm even allowed to color them white, I don't know. So double check that everything is built. You're built. You're built. Okay. So that really reduces the amount of casings I have access to, or like, because I can only put so many different hatches and buses, and that really reduces the amount. So next step is to add a bunch of Fluix cables all around, but change their color so none of them connect to each other. So the two white ones will be right there. Two magentas will be right here. Two oranges will be like this. The two light blue ones will be right there. A nice little spiral. And then we got our wireless connectors. I'm going to need another one. Yes. Go ahead and connect them like that, and like that. I think I like the symmetry like this if I put it like this a little better. Yeah. Okay. Then go ahead and color them the same color. There we go. And then we connect them together. So light blue, connect that one to this light blue. And then orange. Orange, you glad I'm... No, I'm joking. Sorry, I'll stop. I don't know, the weather's been getting a little better lately, so I guess you can say I'm in a better mood now. Right there. Okay. So, what happens if I try to craft this, like literally anything? There's already stuff in here. So what I need to do is actually enable auto pull. Except for those, because you don't need it. Oh, that's gonna hurt my eyes. That's too bright. Okay, this one's already trying to make neutronium. So what happens if I... Actually, what I need next is stocking. Right? Yeah, I need to include stocking. Like normal stocking for all the different catalysts. So we'll do regular stocking hatches. Just need 3. Guess we'll put them up top. Like that. And then we'll color them the same color. So a light blue one. An orange. And a magenta. So I forget which is which, but light blue has to be connected to exotic. And then orange is resplendent, right? Yep. So, therefore, the last one must be prosaic. So I don't have a spot for crude because I don't think there's really anything that it like you need. How do I say it? It's not really needed for any recipe. All of this recipes I can do it with a better catalyst and make a lot more. For example, LEV superconductor uses prosaic for one of their recipes. So I don't think I really need to worry about crude catalyst because it looks like everything can be done with a different catalyst anyways. Yeah, so I don't have a spot for crude. And then connect the corresponding connectors, change them to a different color. So this one's light blue, this one's orange, this one's magenta. I don't think they connect to each other, right? They shouldn't. And there we go. And then nice and neat, right? And then I gotta connect all of them to the hub down there. And I guess this is like an experiment to see if it connects correctly. Yeah, they don't connect to each other. Okay. I think I can even do this, add them to the queue because it only adds one at a time. So I clicked on orange first, right? I think if I do this and then the other one was light blue because it saves the next one like that. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Thank you. So what happens if I try to run a recipe? For example, the neutronium that's being like trying to craft right now. Where's that going? I think it's an orange recipe, right? Yes. So it's orange, and then I'm using Resplendent. So orange should be over here with Resplendent Catalyst right there. So why don't you work? Do I even have any in storage? Yes, I do. So what am I missing? Oh, because you don't have power, right? I don't think I turned this on. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. I think it is. I mean, you should be able to read all of these fluids. That really hurts my eyes. Let me see the rest of the recipe here is we're doing this one. Yeah, this one. So orange is right here. Stocking input hatch with that much. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not working. You have power. Portable scanner, I can scan you. You have power, yes. Oh, okay. I think I have to duplicate the... Actually, no, I don't. Because you guys should be sharing all of this stuff here. Plus, you should be sharing everything in here. Because everything in here is wall shared between both of them. Right? So just in case if I were to break this block, both of them should be not functioning. Yeah, so the middle column is safe. So what's wrong with you? Why are you broken? Why is it not working? Sir? I guess I'll try canceling the recipe, see what it does. Make them a little bit more. Neutronium. I can't spell today. Okay. So why aren't you pulling? I'm a little confused. Is there something I'm missing that I forgot about? Input hatches, output hatches. You have both and you're automatically pulling. You're clearly on the red, on the orange side. So you should be working. Unless I connected them to the wrong hatch. No, that's connected, that's connected. That's connected. So this one did see the fluid. Oh, okay. This is supposed to be on the main net. Yeah, this is supposed to be on the main net because that's where the fluids are being kept in. Got you. In that case, I just need one of you. And you should all be on the main net, which is black. So just need to connect another wireless connector up here, right there. Got you. And there you go. So I think for this to connect to everywhere else, you should not be colored because otherwise I don't think you'd be able to see it. So clear the color from those buses. Kind of curious. If I clear the color, yeah, you can see that now. If I clear it, what happens? Does it run? Yes, okay. So clear the color. That way it connects to anything we want. So what's stopping me from using a different catalyst? How did I have it before? I should not have broken it. I'm not 100% sure that this is going to work because, like, if I have it like this, I don't know how to separate the different catalysts from being used. I guess we'll see whenever. Well, one way to do this actually is to have storage buses for the fluids that read from the main net. And then I can tell it, hey, only pull this certain fluid. Right. Should I do that? Nah. Okay, so let's say I want to craft a bunch of hypogen, like 10,000s. I want to be able to see them both work at the same time. There we go. Okay, they're both working. Sweet. We have just doubled our high pigeon production. This thing's gonna make a lot of noise and probably a lot of heat. If that's even something that works like that. Okay. I think we do have to look into this because I don't trust it like this, because if they're not colored, then it won't really be able to isolate the fluids. Not actually sure. We'll think about it. Now, actually, I can even reduce. Yeah. If I have a storage bus and this is auto pulling, then it'll have the corresponding fluid in this hatch only. And that way I don't have to connect this. Yeah, we'll do that. So I won't need this. So get a couple of fluid storage buses. Oh, you know what can be used? The stocking replenisher, right? Yeah, I can use this. So there's like, I can totally just plug this in and then connect to it with the storage bus so that it pulls that in, right? Yeah. Let's do that. We're gonna have 3 of you like that. Okay, and then we have fluid storage bus. Like that. And then I'm going to give each of them a 16380 whatever, because we have a bunch of them already. And then I'm going to tell each one to store the corresponding fluid. So this one, I want this one to be exotic. And let's say store 10 million. This one is prosaic. Honestly, you probably don't even need prosaic because I have the hypogen here. And this one must be resplendent. And there we go. So it's gonna pull in all of the fluid and just keep it stocked here. And then have cables that push into this. Okay, I don't like it connecting like that though. Cable anchor? How do I do this? Yeah. Oh, it broke everything. Oh, because you need the storage bus. That's my bad. Oh, I killed my network. Yeah. Okay, so I think those hubs, having them on there really breaks everything. There we go. We're fine. It just has to think for a little bit, and I have to go check on all the miners here that broke because I honestly don't know what happened with them. Skill issue. Okay, anchor, put it back right here. Make sure the storage buses are right there because you need those. And you go ahead and do that. So now we know, do not disconnect this storage bus because you're going to break literally everything. And there we go. Okay. Which means I should be able to disconnect you. And that also reduces the amount of inputs that we need. So if for some reason I need to separate based on circuits or whatever, I can do that. So if I check here, the orange one is always going to have resplendent, Magenta is always going to have what, exotic, prosaic, and then this one is exotic. Okay, sweet. There we go. Actually making use of the stock replenishers. No, the only bad thing is that it ate everything, and the storage is gonna freak out because wait, I don't have my fluids, so it's gonna try to craft them all again. But that's totally fine. If the setup is simple to copy paste while DTPS, it's gonna be easier to future proof. So it kind of is easy to copy paste because all it is just adding buses and wireless connectors to it. That's it. Plus, this works for two of them. So if I have another one, another group of two, then they'll listen to each other. I see what you're saying though, but so this is going to be like a master controller that does all the work for as many DTPFs I have set up. Is what I'm thinking at least. Obviously, it's gonna freak out if I need more channels, but it looks like each group of two only uses 2 channels, so I can absolutely fit 64 of them using this many channels. Probably more because I think there's a spot where all 4 DTPFs are gonna share, right here. So once I have all 4, I can reduce the amount of channels I spend even further by moving this group right here, put it right over there. All 4 of them are gonna share. So that's as much future proofing as I'm gonna have for now, I think. So now a better way to future proof or upgrade this is to actually double all the pattern crafting so that it actually takes advantage of that. It takes advantage of the fact that there's more than one. Future proof it because I'm gonna forget it. We're gonna do times. I broke all the I broke the recipes. Okay, some of them are gonna break if you keep doing that. So I'm aware of that. Wait, so you're saying 8 DTPFs can be shared on this group? No, it's only 4 because the other one would be like up here somewhere. I'm gonna have 8. Like I'm gonna have 8 of them at some point. Wait, I totally broke the recipes. So this one needs residue multiplied by. We'll double it for now. Give it to the next person. This recipe. Take that off. Take you off. Double. Yes. We're using the hypogen recipe. This one with the combs. Take that off. Take off the output. Double it. And there we go. Neutronium. Using the hypogen recipe. Take this off. Take this off. Double. Thank you. That's not double. I times 8x'd it, which honestly it doesn't even matter. Just do it. There we go. Dimensionally shifted superfluid. Thank you. Quantum anomalies. We can actually make this normally now. Yeah, this is one of the recipes that I broke using this one. Hypogen. We're not making 90 hypogen. No, make us 5,700. This one's probably okay, but I don't trust it. And then double it. Yes. Think we're okay now, right? Yeah, trust. Okay. Pretty much the only thing we have is Resplendent, because is that just what the DTPF is? You only use the current tier of catalyst that you need? Is there any reason to switch to a cheaper catalyst? Well, obviously for price, right? Like, why would I use crude catalyst versus another one? Because all the recipes I have in here are only using Resplendent. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's try it. So let's say I want to craft a bunch of neutronium. Oh, I gotta cancel that recipe because you broke. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna trust that. Trust it for now. Nice. Okay, so you have to deal with a lot of plasmas. You're kind of just waiting for all my plasmas to finish up. So let that go. But I think this is all the upgrading for the DTPF I'm gonna do for today. Let's go ahead and clean up. And then at the end of the episode, I'm going to plan for even more. Like, maybe I can afford 2 of them. That would be great, though. Yeah. Should I just commit to the 8 right away? Just go all in on DTPF spam. This looks so cool. What am I doing? I've never been this far in any pack. Look at all these donuts. Giving me my fusion. Oh, yeah. 4 fusion reactors. Alright, I'm gonna take some water. I'm enjoying this. This is funny. So, yeah, towards the end of the episode, I'm gonna request more of them. But I have to see what kind of bottlenecks I have, because we are getting to a point where things are starting to become bottlenecks. So I guess we'll just continue into the quest line, see what we can craft, and the next major goal. For example, I think I want to start getting into UFU field generators and even the Dyson Swarm. Is this something reasonable that I can get? I would love to have this. Let's just work on it for a little bit, see how far we can get into. Let's do UAV superconductors. So at this point, we might as well use. No, I'm still gonna use liquid helium, right? It's a time save, but the price of liquid helium or the price of molten spacetime does not justify the speed to save half of that, whatever. Unless other recipes get different. No, they don't. Yeah, especially because you're using transcendent metal. Ew. So I do have a up tier ass machine, so we'll go ahead and put it there. Because I can't craft UAV tier recipes yet in the precise assembler. Where is it? Guys, where's my up tier ass machine? It's right here. I do have to manually set the circuits here though. That's the only issue. But it's a temporary thing. Until I get the energy hatches. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on that. Another thing that we can work on actually is starting to get into proxies. This is going to make the spam so much easier. So take a look at this. And of course, Mark II module. Yo. We'll get into this right now. I just want to get this stuff going. So this one needs a extruder. No. Wire mill. Yeah. Tiny pipe is, I'm also extruding it. Yeah, same ratio. Gotta check the ratios before I start wasting things. I'm looking for superconductor UIV wire. Solidify. Because I think I'm just going to make the base in the DTPF, which I totally can. Okay. Yeah, this one will go in the DTPF. But do that. We're going to use Resplendent recipe. Double it so that it uses both DTPFs. And then put it in, I'm DTPFing it Resplendent. How atrocious is this craft, first of all? Oh, I can do it. Do it. Try it. Oh, it's pretty atrocious. Never mind. Oh no. Transcendent metal. Ew. So when do I get Eternal? I think you want to wait for the black hole, right? Which is not impossible to get. Oh, we only need to get space. Okay, let's make a space-time ingot. Unlock a couple more quests. How does that even make sense? Space-time ingot? Sure. Two lasers. Yeah, the laser engravers are doing their work still. It's a good thing that I did all of this. Yeah. So plasma is still a little slow. Molten space-time. I want to see it working actually. Yeah, I like to see that everything turned on at once. There we have the first ingot. Is that an achievement? Nope. Reality itself distilled into a physical format. It doesn't make sense. It kind of reminds me of like that show Dark that I've been watching. I'm on season 3 already. I gotta say, some part of it doesn't make sense to me. It's definitely one of those shows you gotta like really think, or it makes you think, I guess. I ain't reading all that on camera. Godforge when? We're not ready for that though. So I think this is just waiting for like the millions of plasma that it needs. Godforge in mid UMV. So I know people tell me that, but technically we already are in UMV tier. Let me just craft a machine and hole just to flex on them. It's funny because you have all this otherworldly material. To craft it, you need an LV assembler. I find that funny. UMV machine casing, that also this. How does that make sense? 8. Ass machine 8. I know I'm not ready for it, but I do want to unlock the quests. Just to be able to say I'm in UMV. Even though I know it's not how most people agree with. The wire mill is still using old OG crafting setup. This one is fluid solidifier. I'm curious if like if they ever add a way, like some kind of metric to Like, how do I say it? How much time have you spent inside the A2 interface or the terminal? Is there a metric that tells us that? And isn't there like a statistics something? I have added 3.2 million items. Is that manual? That's a lot. But how much time have I spent staring at the terminal? I have crafted 2 iron pickaxes in my lifetime. Sweet. Nice. Okay. Molten space-time. Yeah. You're in UMV once eternal coils and Shirobon. Okay. I guess we'll follow we'll follow that trend. What is Shirobon anyways? I remember a long time ago people were complaining how long it takes, specifically the large plate. People were complaining about it. That's like the only thing I know about Shirobon. Where's the large plate? This one. Oh yeah. Because you need this for something. For Eye of Harmony, right? Yeah. Okay. So how do you even make this? I'm guessing it's a fluid. Eternal coils. Okay. You only make 1 ingot's worth. Oh, that's funny. That's expensive. And I'm guessing eternal coils, it's best to wait on this until you get... I mean, technically I can make it, right? But do you think it would be better to just wait for the black hole? Because otherwise I need to get like 2,000 singularities. Technically 4,000 because I have 2 DTPFs if I wanted to share that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to do it like this. That's just huge buffers that I don't want to deal with. Plus that. Nah. Yeah, we'll wait for space time to get the singularities. It'll also be way faster, I think. But just to flex on them, let's oh yeah, new song, right? Yo. I just wanted to hear the song mostly. Not quite there yet. Oh, what? You're telling me I can just make this already? Oh, I can. But there's no reason to. Not yet. You don't need this unless it unlocks something. What kind of stuff does it unlock? Oh, I forgot about this. I want to look into the component S-line casings at some point. Which also reminds me, I did finish the other pumps. I got 2 pumps here. Plus, I think another mining module. So I have another one of those. So I think I'll just do this off camera though, but decommission the space elevator. Because all I needed to decommission it was another space module to mimic this one. And then 2 pumps to take up all of this. And that would decommission this one, and then I can use it to maybe make another one. Most likely make another one. It's going to happen. I'll do this off camera though. It's just simple. Tear down. So it looks like fusion reactors are still being a problem, so maybe I want to look into Mark 5. So it's the amount of calcium plasma that you need. Plus the fact that you're crafting all of that. So maybe I'll take a look at Fusion Mark 5. Because we have a pretty big bottleneck with how fast we're crafting plasmas. Let me take a drink. Yeah, we should take a look at this. So I need to research Fusion Mark IV, but I want this. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and slowly do the research for it. So I need another one of you. Yeah, we're really crafting now. Another thing I forgot, crafting input proxies. Let's set up the recipes for this, I think. Go ahead and put that in the space assembler. Just kind of curious how annoying is it to craft like 10? Oh, I can already do it. Okay, well, not yet, but crafting proxies are going to help. For example, right here, I won't have to do this anymore. I can just put all of them into the first one and then proxy into the rest of them. And this also saves me channels and probably lag at some, like, overall. So let's do it as a test, actually. I want 3 of them, just for now. We'll do 3. Oh yeah, craft me this. And I can even replace or actually improve my mixer spam by a good amount. Having like a template mixer with everything, for example, just one, and then spam the crafting proxies on all the others so that I don't have to deal with like probably hundreds of recipes. I only have to deal with one of them. Same thing for the laser engraver, for everything else really. Oh man, I'm gonna get into parallelizing like crazy. Let's go take a look at it over here. Oh yeah, craft it for me. I guess to speed it up, I'm gonna craft them in batches of 16, right? Because this has enough parallels for that many. Sweet. We got our first crafting proxies. I've been waiting for this for a while. So I want to play with these guys next. So it's just a data stick, right? Let me get a buffer actually. Link with crafting input buffer / bus using data stick to share inventory. Left click on the buffer and then right click on this block. Okay. Let's do that. So I don't need that anymore. I don't think I need this maybe. Let me go ahead and cancel every recipe that's using plasma. It's not going to speed it up. It's going to be the same speed, but I just want to see it working. Oh, you're trying to craft. Don't do that. Let me I'll disconnect you actually. So you're going to be a... No, not there. Oh no. Oh, I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. Pretty big one. Oh no. How do I deal with this? Okay, it's okay. I think it only affected like one of them, right? Wait, that doesn't make sense. How did you... Honestly, no idea. Alright. You take a flint and light up the ground. Is that really what people do? There's a couple of expensive things in there. I don't want to do that yet. Crafting proxies. So the idea here is I want to replace all of these with the proxies. Yeah, I have patterns. I'm trying not to get rid of the patterns. Okay. There's no other patterns in storage, right? There is. Oh, it's just plasma, so put the patterns in there, so... Oh, it didn't have that much. We're okay, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Okay, let me clear out whatever fluid got stuck in here on these guys. And there we go. And I'll just throw you back in storage. So Extreme hasn't told me I'm doing anything wrong, so I'm assuming that this is gonna work out. Did I double the patterns? Is that even enough? No, no idea. Okay. So I have to get out of here. So I totally am still gonna call it I'm fusioning it. Crafting proxies, if I'm understanding them correctly. Okay, so I have to left click and then right click on all these guys. So it's treating, so they're basically gonna pull from this one. That's how it works, right? Okay. It's gonna speed up, it's very slightly, it's gonna speed up our fusion crafting because it doesn't have to think about the it doesn't have to think about the blocking card that we had. So it should be able to do everything now. It will also batch and wake up instantly. Yeah, okay, so it will speed it up by just a little bit doing it this way. I'm not going to replace this because I still need that. Okay, let's try restart the crafts because they got messed up. There should be a button somewhere that says cancel all like everything here, so I don't have to think about it. Oh, you're not working because there's no patterns in there. Is that 36? How many patterns is this? Why do I feel like I don't have enough space? No, I totally do. Is there any dupes? Is there a way to check for duped patterns? I'm not sure. We'll try it. Okay. So let's say I'd make something like, oh, make the superconnector base. Do it. All right, it got to it first. Okay, sweet. I'm fusioning it. We're making new words over here. Okay, cool. So they all have access to whatever nonsense is going on in here, right? It's a lot of fluids. All right, sweet. Okay, so I'm not gonna make any more proxies. Maybe not this episode, but I do want to take advantage of them for a lot of the machines we have. So we have a couple of duped machines. For example, the compressor. We have ass lines can't really take advantage of it, but the blast furnace and the vacuum freezer absolutely could for certain recipes. We're using that for bulk crafting, so not really, but these two, yes, can totally take advantage of proxies, but won't worry about it right now. So yeah, we have a bottleneck though. It's fusion again, so let's go ahead and continue with seeing if we can upgrade to Mark 5. with their new fancy research station. Look how fast that is. Oh, it's so quick. Okay. If I want to research the compact file, I'm just going to research one at a time so I don't get confused. I'm going to add a pattern for whatever I research so I don't get confused. That's what I meant to say. So this is for Mark V fusion. So this guy is... Can't really batch craft this unless I rename all of you. Let's do it. Don't remember if I have this renamed though. I don't have it renamed, so please give me one. Draconic Crafters. Oh, you just reminded me. Isn't there a way for me to get a Corium now? Oh, I'm already picking it up. Never mind. This was oh yeah, it's with mining drones. I'm already picking this up by accident. That worked out. So I should change my definition of a core, like my crafting for a corium, right? Yeah, we're not going to do that recipe anymore. So my blood network, or like my blood altar setup, whatever, is hilariously slow. So I feel like that's going to be a off-camera craft. It's mostly these fusion casings are slow. So you do use this throughout the rest of the pack, right? So you might as well upgrade it to the max and spam the heck out of it. Maybe that's the first thing I'll spend proxies on. All right. I always thought that it was just for magic stuff, but I remember reading somewhere, I heard about it, that magic actually you do need it at the end of the pack. Okay. We'll try. We'll see. We'll plan for 16. I think that's my new base. 16 machines. We're getting to that point. No more. My base is one machine. Now we're going to 16 and up. Except for the ridiculously massive ones, right? Those are. You just put one at a time. Optical mainframe should be something we batch as well because you're only making one at a time. At some point, I do want to follow your advice. Well, so I do have to give you a lot of credit because you helped me understand this whole, or you maybe really think about this, where you just shove everything into a buffer and then you pull it to a bunch of machines. And I've been doing that for a lot of different things. Like DTPF, it's the same idea. Asline, I want to upgrade it to that system so that I can better set up the recipes. Because right now, it's not very efficient. Because even if I were to increase the batch craft of this one, like an optical mainframe, sometimes it just puts everything into one machine, and I don't know why it does that. So instead of learning how to fix that, we go with the other method. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing as well. For example, look how long it takes for me to craft one UAV circuit. It's cringe. So I'm going to go back over here. This is where my renaming circuit stuff is. So if I look up Fusion Tech here, it needs 4 different circuits, so I have to rename to all of them. Just 3 more. So this will result any UIV. Oh, I put it backwards. My bad. No. I'm trying to craft easy to search with an any circuit. And then It's easy to search 2. And the same thing, craft you with you. And the rename 3. All right, so if I'm gonna craft a bunch of you, do that. Change your definitions though, so that you use the renamed stuff. You don't go breaking my entire setup. Because that's a UEV recipe, so I can totally shove it in the bulk crafter. Speaking of bulk crafting, right? There we go. Okay, so that's fine and all, but the one I'm looking for is the compact 5. Yeah. Because I know one person, or I know like the old me would be like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I can to rush Forge of the Gods, or the God Forge. Because you can do plasma recipes here, right? But how long until you're able to do fusion stuff? I don't know how that works. And even more Mega EBF. Plasma Fabricator. Yeah, this seems like, nah. Just spam fusion reactors. You're gonna need them. Okay, so before I can do this, I need to research the dude. So that is another compact Mark IV. Go ahead and craft it. If I don't even know this can finish right now, though. It's a little bit of a thick craft, but I'll leave it running for a little bit. And speaking of thick crafts, all of this stuff is still crafting. Yeah, plasmas, you guys gotta, you need to get upgraded because you're a little slow. Is there any reason to increase the batch size here? I just noticed that. Not really, right? I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. So, yeah, this is probably not going to finish in time. Everything's getting so expensive. Oh, yeah, you're not going to finish because you need plasma, so... Yeah, I'll come back to that. But what else can we work on in the meantime? I guess maybe even studying or continuing past this, like, for example, a UIV energy hatch. How would I be able to craft this guy? So this one I'll keep to the up to your ass line, so I don't have to deal with renaming all of those coolant cells. Put you one right here and one right here. But I also need to research a UEV energy hatch. We'll go ahead and do that. Craft 1. Thank you. If I'm even able to craft it without using the fusion reactor. It looks like I can. But it also looks like you're crafting a batch of components. Speaking of which, how atrocious is the UIV component ass line casings? That's another thing I should research. And actually, you know what? I remember a long time ago, I think it was you that told me to build an extra one so I could research it later. So there it is. Yeah, let's get a data stick. Go ahead and research this man. Go into our little research station. Yeah, research that. How long is that going to take? You finished instantly. Okay, cool. Which means go ahead and make the pattern for it right now before I forget, and try to research another one, which is a little bit of a waste, so don't do that. Okay. I already put the pattern in there, right? Yeah. So how annoying is it to craft this? I just need to get 4x superconductor. S4. Okay. I can totally craft it right now. But man, you're expensive. Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to craft, right? Did I even research it? Oh yeah, I'm trying to craft a data stick for it, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna forget about it. And then I'm gonna complain that I don't have the research for it. I meant to do this one. Oh no, you're expensive. Nothing is stacking though, so I can put it in the bulk gas line, at least. So how expensive is that? How much is it for a fully upgraded one? I would love to have this as soon as possible. 43. Is there anything you can do with the old stuff? No, it kind of just exists. Oh no, thinking about it too much. Honestly, we can actually do it. There's a couple of recipes I need to add, but oh, never mind. I can't do that. I need the black hole first. Really? How dare you? Okay, we can't do it, but I'm gonna set up the rest of the recipes anyways. Air vacuum freezer to do that. No, I need 2 recipes because there's 2 of these dudes. And that radon is just a buffer, but chances are, I think what I'm just gonna do is pump it. We have extra pump slots anyway, so it'll work out. I'm gonna at least prepare the recipe and then see what else we need. This stuff I can't make it yet because I don't have a black hole. It's a wild thing to say. What is this? Chemical bath. Just one. Right there. And that is pretty much it for now. How much plasmas do you need? Chill. Why do you gotta take so much plasmas? That's fine. It has to happen anyways. It's just gonna craft like one time and then it won't have to really worry about it later. Hi back, I'm Burning Lake. I had to do it to him. Okay, so there's a couple of things we can work on. I think capacitor, I would love to get this. But there's a couple of things we need to improve our buffers. So I think what I'm just going to end up doing is decommissioning the space elevator right now. We'll do that. So let's go ahead and add the pump. There's going to be 2 pumps, therefore 2 output hatches. Do these 2. And I will go ahead and put them right over here. Like that. If I go down here, just need to replace those with output hatches right there. And then go ahead and connect them to our cables. So that's black cable. Right there. And then that's also connected over there. So before I connect everything, I need to make sure that I actually have the fluid storage. And I think at this point, I'm going to start worrying about like singularities, or not even singularities, but some way to mass store fluid storage, because it's starting to get to that point where billions might not be enough anymore. So should I start making the fluid singularities? I'm gonna have to make them anyway, so let's set up recipes for it. The other option is what kind of storage cells do we have? The other one is quantum, but I don't know if that's gonna be too much or enough. Artificial universe storage cell. So this is the one that stores basically everything. That thing's expensive. What the heck? Yeah, the quantum. Not fluid void, so that would suck. Artificial universe? No. Creative? Not yet. Not happening. The quantum one. Should I just commit to the singularity? I think I'm just going to commit to the singularity. Make 16 at a time because that's how much parallels this thing accepts. I might as well take full advantage of all the parallels that the space assembler deals with. It would be great if I can craft like enough for that. Soul sand, not even an issue. Look at that. We have an entire meteor set up for it. So you know what? Let's harvest it. This guy's kind of just gonna exist. So I just have to exchange it. Move core to A. I'll do that right here. Oh, hang on. I think I have to do this. Move. That's move core to A, right? Move core B would go up here. Pretty much just what I do for my soul sand. Just throw a meteor in the air and then like, oh, the other way around. No, I'm trying to replace air, replace soul sand. There it is, and just eat up all the soul sand, and that's enough for 18,000 to harvest. Maybe at some point I would automate this, but honestly, I don't really care about it. And if I need more, just get the activation and a piece of soul sand, right? How do I, what's the catalyst? It's a piece of soul sand. And also add the dislocation thing. Yeah, one of these guys. Put that right there so it doesn't steal my soul sand. There you go. Ow. And there we go. We have our orb back. It's just a permanent thing. All right, so that deals with that one. Quantum tank 4. That is an ass machine. It's an ass 0. Running out of space. What do you mean? Why you leave? What are you talking about? Oh, we're talking about killer, right? Oh, you're gonna make me read. Oh no. All right, we have a research rabbit hole to deal with. Oh no, here we go. So I'm looking for tier 7. We're gonna have to yeah, go in a rabbit hole for all this. That's circuit 5. That's fine. I mean, we're kind of just chilling here, crafting things anyway, so I'm cool with this. Fluid storage cell, that is circuit 2. fluid storage cell. I might as well just use the most cheapest one, which is large chrome. And that is circuit 2, right? 2 ass. Hello, Moja. By the way. Gonna drink some water. Okay. Now would like one of you. Need quadruple black steel plate. I think I have a quadruple bending machine. I don't remember. Yes, I do. There we go. Don't tell me that you need any fusion. No, you don't. So you should be good to craft. And then we go into the rabbit hole of getting the cell blocks. We get a bunch of data sticks. I don't know how many I'm going to need. Let's make 100. Excuse me. And I guess we'll just camp at our research computer over here. One of you, research you. No valid item to research, how dare you? Because that's a scanner. Thank you. Is there an upgrade to the bank here so that I can just put all my research in there? Or is the cloud computing the best thing you have? Nah, I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now that I researched you, I should be able to craft this guy. Put that in the bulk ass line. Try to craft one. Realize that you can't craft it, and we go down the rabbit hole. Fluid storage core. There's another research thing that we have to do. So before I do that, I need to research this guy. Oh no, there's a lot of research I have to do. You're gonna make me do the research mini game, right? Oh no. All right, thank you. And then I can put that back. Put that right here. And that means I am allowed to add a recipe for it. So nothing sharing, put that in the bulk ass line. All right. Adamantium alloy plate. We'll go ahead and bending machine this guy. Oh no. Quantum tank 1. The pattern terminal. First one in a while. Molecular ass. That goes there. Thank you. Nanupal is not favorite. Circuit 9. So 9 ass. Fluid manipulator. Right there. That's a blank ass machine. Dense osmium plate. Circuit 9. No. Bending 9. Thin what? Polycap. That's something I've made. Poly what? Polycaprolactam. What is this? Saltpeter and naphtha. Oh, naphtha. What the heck? I don't want to do that. You're going to make me do it with naphtha, right? That's fine. I do have a recipe for it anyways, I think. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So guess we'll do the bending machine circuit 10. Try to craft this. Man, the amount of stuff this thing needs. Ass machine circuit 9. Small stainless steel fluid pipe. And that goes into a small pipe extruder. Hermetic casing is circuit 4. Ass 4. Everyone's favorite activity. I'm telling you, they really should add a metric for like how long you've spent in the terminal for like situations like this. Large tungsten steel fluid pipe. Don't favorite it because I don't care. Large pipe. Thank you. And it's funny because I need like I need to do this 4 more times. Poly what? Polycaprolactam? Sure. That is chemical circuit 9. Right there. Try it again. There we go. Finally. I mean, we should be able to get everything as long as it doesn't take up the fusion, which fusion is going to finish at some point, so not too worried about it. I guess while the next one is crafting, I do have to research it and then start building number 4. And all the other research that comes along with it. Oh, I can pretty much craft it. No, I can't. This one, it's also bulk ass line, but I have to research it. This one needs to have storage core 3. Need another one of you. Another thing I should look into is speeding up the PCB crafting, actually. What do you mean you're stuck? You're stuck because of this, I think. Yeah, you're trying to make all of the assembly stuff. Is it? Fluid manipulator. What even is that? Oh, no. What's the best one? Fluid storage core 10. This one can store a lot of fluid. Okay, sure. I know the yacht tank is a thing, but nah. I like using AE2 stuff. Did something get stuck? Oh, it's BioWare supercomputers. How much you want to bet? Yeah, right here. Yeah. So these are still a problem, but maybe I want to wait until like wireless. Speaking of which, that's something we can work on soon, right? Actually, now. Maybe I'll also get into the research for those. But maybe it won't work as well. I think I want to do lasers for these guys because they don't really have. Oh, they totally do. Okay. How much power are you getting anyways? You're getting a lot of power. Oh, but you can totally just spam all of that with energy hatches. So I think that's what I'll do. So I don't have to deal with lasers, but that's going to be very expensive. Whenever I want to like spam. So I would say it's probably a good time to wrap up the episode because the rest of it is a waiting game. Everything is crafting, but made some pretty good progress today. There's a lot of things I still have to do. It's going to be tedious though, so I'm just going to hang out off camera, take a drink of my Sprite Zero that I picked up at the gas station earlier. But the bunch of things, a lot of it is research. And I guess with that said, let's go ahead and prepare for another DTPF, maybe even 2 of them. So if I can craft 2 of these guys, or the most expensive thing being the hydrogen coils, 4,000. You know what? Let's set up the radon. So just for now, I'm going to have a 16384. I don't know if I can craft it here though, because I want to be able to use that one. Maybe 8? No. No, not yet. That'll be probably over the weekends, making even more of them. The more TTPFs you have, the more TTPFs you have. I know, but I don't think my base can support crafting like 8 at once. I don't think so. Not yet, at least. So I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and set up the pumps. So we have, man, I got too much stuff on me. I got xenon. I have, that's a miner. Distilled water. Nitrogen. Hydrogen. Oxygen. And then now I want radon. All right, so we're kind of just waiting on that to finish up, and then I can set up the filters for it. Yeah, I think actually radon has always been kind of a problem because it's based off over here, I think. Yeah, we're still using the radon loop that has been around since like IV tier and has not been upgraded past. And I haven't even maintained it. These blocks are gonna die. And this is where everything is storing. So that's why we only have 64 million buffered, because I think that's the only place we're actually producing radon. This is a little bit outdated. But I guess what I'll do is break this guy, and that's it. Decommission that machine later on. But let's set up the filters for this dude. The last time I saw my benzene set up from 3.5,000 hours ago. Okay, so at least I'm not the only one. Someone from a gate crafter told like is agreeing with me, so that's all I really care about. Oh, did you advertise that you completed it on the Discord? Or are you gonna go for that role? So all the radon would go there now. Then just dump it in storage. Yeah, nice. How does that work? You just tell a mod, like, hey, I got Stargate. Oh, nice. That's a major milestone for sure. Double check you have all the radon, right? Yeah. Okay. So that means that is going to be storing all the radon that I ask of it. Okay. So let's do all of this. So xenon needs to be 6.4. 6.4. Missed opportunity for 6.7, but no. Okay, next one is distilled water. That is 8.5. I'll turn it off so I don't get anything else. I forgot the number already. 8.5. 8.5. Nitrogen is 7.3. Hydrogen, 8-1. There you go. Okay. So this guy's getting me a bunch of stuff. Yeah, sure. And then these guys. So I think I don't really know what another fluid to add, so I'm just going to give it sulfuric acid because I use that a lot too. Oh, actually. Okay, we have space for another fluid, and I don't know what to give it. Something that I'm already making, like using a ton of. And I'll come back to it. Oxygen, I'll turn it off. Oxygen and 7-4. I'm going to complain about something anyways, so. Oh, hydrofluoric acid is a good one, actually. Radon, 8-4. But I'm going to check my base to see what's lacking. Not, what? 8-6, sorry. Sulfuric acid is 4-1. Right there, okay. And there we go, okay. So we have our fluids back, and at this point I would say the space elevator is decommissioned, at least the pump stuff, so I'll turn those off for now. Don't waste my power. Even though it's not really that much power anymore. Okay. So that's going to help with my radon situation. We're already up to 70 million. So I was trying to craft 4,000 hydrogen coil blocks. Missing radon, but we're getting that. This should be enough for 2 more DTPFs. And then get 2 more casings. Or 2 more controllers. I'm going to fix biocatalyst medium off camera. That's kind of a big problem. Controllers is probably not that bad, but we'll go ahead and just go ahead and start the craft. Oh, you're expensive. All right. Tell you what. I'm going to get the coils crafted, and then everything else is just going to be if I can even afford it. $120 times 2. Yeah, biocatalyst medium is giving us an issue. This one can be crafted. Do it. Times 2. And ignore missing crafts, but you don't have any crafting space because plasma is just taking forever. Get out of here, all of you. Stop it. I'll craft you later. Yeah, I'll come back to all that stuff. 1200 times 2. Missing things because I am passively crafting a bunch of stuff. And then these casings is 2,000 times 2. I can just craft them right away. Oh, you just took up my one spot. How dare you? I'm not even surprised that that was the case. Give me 4,000. There we go. All right. So yeah, we definitely have issues. Let me bookmark it as well. Biocatalyst. This guy's an issue. It's a problem. We can't exactly do tier 4 quantum force transformer yet, right? No, it's a field generator, and no, not happening. I mean, technically, as long as we can craft the UXV circuit, which is not impossible, technically. Except for Shirobon, never mind. We need eternal stuff, so nah, we'll hold off on that. But yeah, I need to upgrade this like crazy. So I'll think about how to improve this off camera, but I think I just need to improve seaweed extract production. That's the main bottleneck. So it sounds like I'm going to be spamming like thousands of bees or something like that. But I'm going to take a break and we'll come back. It's these couple machines here. And I did say I was gonna fix it up, but I never did. Trying to replace it with a cleaner setup as well is gonna help out a bunch, but we'll come back to this. I'll do this off camera. It's my solemn vow. But we should have the hydrogen coil blocks at least. So that's the most expensive, I think, or one of the bigger expenses. My poor base has been really going through the crafting. It's doing okay on power still, but poor guy. It can take a break. He needs a break. All right, we'll go ahead and call it for tonight here. All right, I'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully things are going to finish up. And then we'll continue with this. Hopefully we get enough for the 4 DTPS. I'm going to be checking on it throughout the night or throughout the morning. See if anything broke, so anything else I have to fix. And then we'll continue. So it looks like a lot of this next phase of the playthrough is just catching up on all the new fun stuff that we've unlocked in UAV and up. There's a bunch of stuff. A Dyson Swarm, when? That'd be so cool. Anyways, have a good night. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.